All right, everybody, welcome back to the members podcast for the Clashing Conferences. I have been slated with the hosting duties this evening, so hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. Welcome, everybody. We have a new face.
Christy!
Yay! We have a new face to our all members pod tonight. So, John, if you would like to introduce yourself to everybody, give us a little background on who you are.
My name is John Stanley. I reside in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am also cousins with Kyle Montgomery, Jim Montgomery, and also fellow podcaster Greg Stanley. Philadelphia fan through and through, for sports, for Philly fan, and just here to have fun. I know kind of half the guys on here already, so I've already seen everything in action and listen to you guys weekly. So it's exciting to actually be a part of it. And I thank you for having me join you.
Awesome.
We didn't pay him to
go.
say that. We did not pay him to say that.
You sure,
He didn't
Kyle?
get an
I
extra Christmas gift.
especially I do like maintenance and like work on sports fields and lawn care and stuff. So in the summertime, I just have my headphones in all day, and it's you guys, Philly sports history, all of it. So it's good. It's good stuff.
Love it.
Hell
We
yeah.
love
Yep.
it. Well, let's get our sponsors out of the way right away. First of all, if you ever need your haircut and you are in the Lancaster area, go see Lean at Sparrow Hair Studio. She will clean you up, make you look good and right and tight. Mention that you're part of the Clashing Conferences for a discount. Secondly, we have Lotwin, Lotwyn, custom 3D chains. Type in the code TCCPOD to get 10% off your orders. They gave us our beautiful fantasy football inner podcast championship chain trophy. So we got somebody rocking that out since we have finished with that. And Kyle, I will throw it to you for our third sponsor.
Yeah, our third partnership is Mr. Jim Montgomery, the less handsome Montgomery brother, in this day in Philly sports history. Take a trip down memory lane for any sport in Philadelphia history. It's a great type of thing. Trivia, anything, you name it, he's got it every single day. And, Christy, you touched on Lotwyn. It pains me to say this, but this day in Philly sports history, Mr. Jim Montgomery has won our fantasy football league for the Clashing Conferences podcast. So, as the inaugural winner, he gets this lovely Lotwyn chain that our lovely producer is showing you now. So he gets to rep that. And I'm surprised that he didn't make a cameo on tonight to gloat and, brag about it. But I'm sure there will be time in the next couple of weeks where he will hop on, whether he's invited or not, and he will brag about it. So having said that, we might as well get that out of the way. Jim did win the fantasy football league. He took down Corey, which I don't know if anybody on this podcast has met Corey besides a couple of us. He wasn't even available for the draft. He drafted like 4 quarterbacks, and he ended up in the final.
Wow.
And then, look, all I got to say is yours truly came in last place after the final tallies were tallied.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
the Montgomery brothers bookended the fantasy football league this year. So,
Wow.
having said that, the commissioner will be making changes. I will be making changes to the format of the league. I don't like the playoff system. I don't like anything about it, and I don't like the way that I came in last. So I'm definitely changing it to be more favorable to me. I may give myself an extra draft pick just because, because I'm the commissioner. That might be how I do it, Chrissy. I don't know. Look, we're gonna. You got to do it, right? You got to throw it out there, and we're gonna see who's gonna be in for next year. And there might be some new faces, so we'll see. Look, I'm not gonna air any dirty laundry, but my cousin John here happens to be one of the worst fantasy football players.
That's lies.
Ever.
That's lies.
Ever.
I just get screwed every season. I get an injury or two. Like this year, it was Hampton and McLaurin. So I couldn't do anything. That's a number 1 receiver. That's a number 1 running back. That's gonna. I was 2-0 or 2-1 at one point, and ended up like 3-12 or something like that. 3-13. So that didn't work out too well. I'll be back with a vengeance next year, though. I promise you that. I promise you.
You and Kyle both.
Yeah.
Together.
It runs in the family.
Now,
I just had to, I just set expectations for future years. So now everybody thinks they're going to roll all over me, and then I'm going to come in next year and just whoop everybody.
All right.
Now, was there anyone that kind of like didn't try or gave up or just fell off that they're just out automatically? Because I hope you all are getting ready for my reign of terror as soon as I get in this league.
Honestly, no. Everybody seemed to field competitive lineups throughout the season.
Nice.
Karan finished the season like he was 10-0 at one point, and then he lost 5 straight. That was it.
Wow.
He
And
lost
lost.
5 straight and got knocked out of the playoffs, and like got hammered,
Yeah, like
hammered.
there's losing and then
Wow.
there's
That
what
sucks.
Ron did.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Damn. It's all right. You can
So
always
that's
cheer for the
fantasy,
Knicks
though.
to win a championship. Oh, wait. No, that's just not going to happen. No, he can cheer for the Giants. They're going to. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Only one more game. Too bad for Karan. Oh, well.
Well, since we're on the topic of football, let's get into some NFL discussion for this last week. I know Ben and I had a little side chat, and I'll just start this conversation with I never, ever in my life thought that I would cheer for the Patriots. But I told Ben on Sunday, I was like, let's go Pats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As
That's
a Titans
right.
fan, my team sucks. I know that my team sucks. And I know that for the last 12, 13 years, my team can't get anything together to save their lives. I've watched what Malik Willis can do now on a different team with a line in front of him. I have watched what Vrabel can do with a team in New England. So, Benny, I'm going to throw it over to you since, you're cloned quarterback.
That's right. I think Stafford wrapped up the MVP for Drake Maye last night after that putrid Monday night performance going into Atlanta. I mean, they ended up coming back, and it could have went either way in that fourth quarter, but I mean, you can't be throwing 3 picks against the Falcons, who have been eliminated now for a week or two. Like, for the whole country to see going into the playoffs, they need to win next week to kind of get that momentum re-going, or else, I don't know. Like, the NFC is wide open. Earlier in the season, I was all about, like, the Rams coming out of the NFC, but I don't know. You do that last night. Granted, they didn't have Devontae Adams. I'm sure, like, they'll hold him out next week, get him ready for the playoffs, so this could be a different conversation. They could end up in the NFC Championship game or even the Super Bowl as long as Devontae's healthy. But yeah, as far as the MVP goes, I don't mean to sound like a homer, but it's hard not to say our boy Drake. Especially, I don't know if anyone got a chance to watch. I know I did. I was watching with my cousins and my family the Patriots steamroll the Jets. These types of games you just love to see because like it's just an absolute throttling. Like top to bottom, like there was like barely the only blemish was a Breece Hall like long touchdown run, but at that point the game was already out of it. I mean, he had a game that Brady never had, which was I think 90% completion, 5 touchdowns. I don't know if he got 300 yards, he might have, but
he did.
he's had a couple times this year where he's been doing stuff that Tom Brady never did, which is crazy. Like this is his first full year starting. Last year he was a rookie, abbreviated, whatnot. But like I'm still dumbfounded. This is truly like phenomenal. Like everything's just come together. Before today, it was all looking great, but now the Patriots just, other than winning, they're in the news for the wrong reasons. We're hoping our boy Stephon Diggs is. These are just accusations, allegations. We're only going to go off alleged at this point. It hasn't even been 24 hours. We got to let the facts come out. We got to let the details emerge. But I will say, if he gets suspended or is he out for the playoffs, that will kill the Pats' chances. They might be able to win one game, but if he's out, bye-bye.
He should be out. It's a travesty. He should be out. He should be suspended. He should be banned from football forever. Forever. Or at least
do you think his brother's involved? Do you think his brother's involved at all?
His brother's
why
the
his
ringleader.
brother got released?
Yeah.
Yep, I guarantee it's all connected.
That's what
somehow.
I mean. That's what I think too.
Yeah.
It's all orchestrated by Jerry Jones, the damn Dallas Cowboys owner.
Yeah.
He's behind the whole thing.
Yeah. Love
because
triangle.
he's cheap. He's cheap, and he wouldn't pay this chef. That's what it was. Did you read the article? It's his chef. His chef wanted a salary increase, and they got into this big fight, and he choked her out apparently. And I guarantee you, that's why it all goes back to Jerry Jones.
That's unbelievable.
He's a cheap son of a gun, and he won't pay anybody.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't pay Stephon Diggs' chef, and then Trayvon Diggs got involved in it. There it is. I'm telling you, it's all connected.
There's all kinds of conspiracy theories out there. We're still going to let the facts come out. although choking and strangling a woman versus choking and strangling a man, I think, are two different things. You shouldn't be doing either. But again, we got to let the facts come out before we jump to any conclusions. I will say he won't probably get it this season, but next season he might get hit with like a 2 to 4 game suspension, depending on what happens.
I mean, he won't even be going to trial or whatever till what, next year or January, February. So they can't suspend him.
The legal system for football in America just takes forever for everything. So at least the Patriots have that on their side. But I guess if it was up to me, I would prefer Drake Maye not win the MVP, although it is looking much like that's going to happen because the past 20, 25 years, if you win the MVP, unless your name's Patrick Mahomes, you do not win a Super Bowl. So I do not want Drake to win the MVP. Stafford can have it if that can guarantee the Patriots get to and win the Super Bowl. But, he's done things that Tom Brady never did. So if he wins the MVP, maybe he can win a Super Bowl too. You never know. You never know. We shall
break
see.
the chain. Break the chain.
I don't know. I don't know.
Earlier this season, it kind of sounded like you were comparing Drake Maye to Tom Brady. Are you saying right now that Drake Maye is potentially better than Tom Brady?
Whoa,
that's what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not
that's
saying
what I'm
nothing.
hearing.
I'm not saying
that's
nothing.
What I'm hearing.
I would say as an athlete, he is much better than Brady. As a quarterback, though, I'm still taking Tom 10 times out of 10, twice on Sunday. But I'd say Drake Maye is a better athlete. Meme. I know. Wow. Me comparing Drake Maye to Brady gave us that first meme, and now it just gave us another one. Producer, we better clip that one after this.
I don't even know what to say to this.
The proof is in the pudding.
I have a lot of people arguing the Patriots' strength of schedule on why they are as good as they are right now. So what is your rebut?
I have also been saying that the Patriots have a cakewalk of a schedule. They have all year. I think someone sent me a meme that I think it was, I forget who, but it says that the Giants have 2 wins versus teams over 500 as opposed to the Patriots who just have 1. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but we just need to take care of business. We're big Chargers fans this week. If you're a Patriots fan, you want the Chargers to beat the Broncos, although they did us no favors by sitting Justin Herbert. So that is, I had some choice words for the Chargers earlier that will remain off this podcast because I do not want to offend anybody or any groups or anything. But I was very upset when I heard Justin Herbert was going to be sitting out this week. But, I think it's going to be Trey Lance, and Trey Lance looked great in the preseason. I mean, Trey Lance is maybe the 33rd to 40th best quarterback in that range in the NFL. He can't start in the NFL, but I'd say he's one of the better backups. So maybe he can pull one out of what, but yeah, I'm thinking the Patriots are going to be the 2 seed, and they're actually going to probably play the Chargers in the first round, so we can get our revenge on them for deciding to rest their quarterback.
Are you potentially are you like a political candidate because you're trying to be so politically correct with what you're saying to not ruffle any feathers? Trey Lance is the 33rd to 40th. Yeah, come on, man. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. I feel like you're obligated to say that.
Trey Lance is at least the 33rd best quarterback in the NFL because he cannot start on a team right now. Well, I mean, we can have a debate. Top 5 backups in the league. Top 5 backups. I would take Sam Howell. Sam Howell is in the discussion for top 5 backup. He's the Eagles' third string now. Mariota.
Mariota.
Hey, Malik Willis does not, like I said, Malik Willis doesn't look bad.
Yeah, Malik Willis has been looking really good.
If I'm the Packers, a healthy Malik Willis, that offense looked much better with Malik Willis than it has with Jordan Love.
Kyle, you and I agree on the whole Jordan Love / Dak Prescott conversation. So yeah, I was stoked to see Malik do well, especially as a Titans fan, because he never had the opportunity with us. So yeah, I'm down for Malik.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about your Eagles coming into the last week of the season?
I'm just going to say one thing, and then I'll let John speak on it. But anytime you can go into Buffalo and hold that team scoreless midway through the fourth quarter, you're going to win. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Trey Lance is at least the 33rd best quarterback in the NFL because he cannot start on a team right now. So maybe he can pull one out of what, Trey Lance is the 33rd best quarterback in the NFL because he cannot start on a team right now.
midway through the fourth quarter. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And I want to say this first and foremost. Look, we didn't have an OG NFC East pod, so I'm not stealing any Eagles thunder. But Sean McDermott is the biggest piece of trash in the history of the league. He wanted to ban. He wanted to ban the tush push.
Yep.
He was the biggest vocalist. Oh, let's ban the tush push because of this. The only way they scored 2 touchdowns in that game is because of the damn tush push. So you wanted to ban the play that you run it more than the Eagles do right now. You piece
And they
of
run it
trash.
actually better,
So,
it looks like, than the Eagles do right
no,
now.
they do. Their offensive line is horrible, but they run the tush push much better than the
You
Eagles.
got Josh Allen. What's Josh
So,
Allen? 6'6"? Like, he's
Yeah.
a big boy. He's a
Yeah.
big boy.
Yeah. So
6'6",
but
270.
look,
You ain't getting that guy down.
yeah.
No.
No, and he runs quick as hell. I think that was the big thing, man. Like, just his feet. He's just lethal with his feet, man. Like, it's just it's crazy.
For being as
crazy.
good as he is, though, he made a lot of boneheaded mistakes. I think it was him probably trying to do too much, but
Mm-hmm.
had a fumble go back to the midfield. It was like that rarely happens, especially as somebody who's with the caliber of Josh Allen. I mean, it was a fluke play or whatever, but it's just. But the defense looked good. Defense looked good, I thought.
I think Josh Allen might be playing injured. Aside from coming back and beating the Patriots, he just does not look like himself, and I think he's just hiding it.
Carter got him on that one time, and first thing he did was reach down for his ankle and grab onto that and make a face. I was like, oh, he got it there. So
that, along with the weather,
this, though,
along with the Eagles defense.
Oh yeah, weather. Yeah,
the bias. The national bias and everybody's hatred towards Jalen Hurts is on full display, though, because if those exact same plays that we just talked about, and if Jalen Hurts misses that throw at the end of the game, he's the worst quarterback ever. Put Tanner McKee in. Let's bench him. Let's this. And then now Josh Allen does it, and he goes, well, the MVP just missed the throw, and stuff like that happens, and he's playing injured. But if Jalen Hurts takes a 20-yard loss on that sack, or if he makes that dumb bonehead move where he fumbles the ball, and then instead of going and running after the ball, he's complaining to the ref that it was a throw instead of going after the ball in any capacity. Jalen Hurts gets hammered for that, and everybody wants to have his head on a platter. But here we are. Jared Goff just had another 5-turnover game the other day, and everybody's like, yeah, it's just Jared Goff. It's not that big.
Yeah, he was off.
Jalen Hurts does it once, and he's the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL. It's absolutely asinine. So
that's how you really
continue
feel,
with the hate. Yeah, continue with the hate. Continue with it. I will say the Eagles offense needs to get their act together, though, because the second half, it was a tale of 2 halves for sure. First half, they were running plays and running formations that we didn't even see all year. Mm-hmm. So if we were confused by it and we didn't see it, I know the defense didn't see it. So that's why they were successful. And then in the second half, shout out to the Bills. The Bills played well. Don't get me wrong, but our offense couldn't do anything. And everybody's talking about Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass in the second half. He's just throwing those balls away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they only called like 8 passing plays in the second half. So 7 of those he threw away. One of them was a bad throw. The rest were just, hey, I don't want to take a loss there. And
I saw a video. It showed those 7 or 8 throws that he had in the second half, and there was one he got or 2 or 3 of them. He had pressure within 2 or 3 seconds. Steen actually blocked his man into Malata and took out Malata, so it just freed up another guy. But every play it showed, somebody was covered. There was nobody open. So it was basically where do you want him to throw? Everyone's getting pissed that he's not making plays. It's they're showing A.J. Brown's double covered. Devontae's covered across the middle. Goddard's covered over here, and he's only 2 yards across the line of scrimmage. It's there's nowhere to go with the ball. You got to make adjustments, like you said, run the ball. You were doing such a good job running the ball the first half, and then all of a sudden you come out the second half, and it's pouring down rain, and it's 4 or 5 straight passes. It's I get you're trying to outsmart them, but you're not outsmarting them because you're just hurting yourself in the long run.
Right. I do got to ask too, and get you guys' take on this, because the Pro Bowl voting came out and everybody saw the Pro Bowl votes. I'm embarrassed as an Eagles fan that Cam Jurgens got voted to the Pro Bowl. He has been straight garbage all year
and hurt. And
hurt. So, but still, I don't understand how the voting works at this point. I don't understand anything because. It's not like he's the most popular. It's not like it's a fan vote like baseball, right? He's not Cam Jurgens isn't the most popular center. He can't be, right?
Nah.
But that just tells you, though, how bad are the other centers in the NFC?
Yeah, I was
if
trying to
Cam
think who's a
Jurgens
better.
is doing that.
There has to be a better center in the NFC. There has to.
Or maybe everybody thought that Jason Kelsey changed his name to Cam Jurgens and he came out of retirement. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He ain't been this year what he was last year by any means. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No,
the Pro Bowl, although it's like a nice career accolade to have, or it's nice to use like in an argument when you're comparing players, it's a joke. Like the Pro Bowl it's a joke. Like glorified like two-hand touch football. They don't even really play football anymore. They play all these like dodgeball.
It's a football game now.
Skills and flag football or something.
Yeah, so like
it's not what it used to be. It used to be interesting. People used to hit people in the game.
The skills competition used to be fun, but then we started playing dodgeball and doing all this other weird stuff, and it kind of definitely lost me.
I wish they would bring back the quarterbacks challenge. Like I wish they would bring that back. Remember that?
Yeah.
All the quarterbacks from every team and hit the targets, throw deep, more points. That was awesome. I remember having the game for Sega. That game
was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always see old clips of that on like ESPN, like a young Brady, Manning, Favre, freaking Brad Johnson, the Tampa Bay quarterback, like all these just rando names.
Just launch it, like just see who could throw the ball the farthest. Just launch it. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, seeing these guys throw like 73 yards in the air, you're like, what? What?
Yeah.
It's like, just 73 yards in the air. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, this is awesome. It reminds me of like the old,
That was good. They used to do like the little but they have to run through the cones and stuff too, and like the moving target.
Yeah,
agility or whatever.
Reminds me of the old Madden mini games.
Yeah,
those were always really fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They need to go back to that somehow. It's a joke now.
Make it interesting, at least.
Yeah.
What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
All right, so I want to make sure that Mike feels this. Let's recap that 49ers Bears game from Sunday night, because I know we all watched that. I saw us all in the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
I know everybody was watching that game. My husband is a 49ers fan. He refuses to watch games because he says when he does, they lose. He was behind me looking at basketball on another TV going, crap, it's tight. And I'm like, you're not supposed to watch it. So I know my personal thoughts on that. I would love to hear everybody else's take, and everybody razz Mike as much as you can being a Bears fan, please.
I'll start. I think both defenses are trash. I'm not saying that the offenses are nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? The offenses were clicking, but at the same time, the defenses there was no defense in the game at all. I think we all were pretty much saying the exact same thing, that, oh my gosh. When Christy, when you put that it was going to be a 63-56 game, I was like, I don't know if it'll get that high. And then at halftime, I'm like, it may actually get that high. It may actually that may actually be the final score.
28-28 halftime.
I was being sarcastic when I posted that, but then at halftime, I was like, crap, that could really happen.
I think I heard.
What was the over under?
Yeah. I don't remember, but I think I remember Tirico saying that this is the first game all year where both teams scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. I think I remember Mike Tirico saying that specifically.
I remember something like that. Yeah.
First ever 4 touchdowns.
The over-under was like 46 and a half. 46 and a half or something like that was the over-under. And it was almost, it was pretty much almost in the first quarter. It was like
It was
You knew it was going to hit. You knew it was going to hit. You're like, geez.
Pray for the underbetters. The underbetters were having a drink or two after that one.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to sweat it out. You knew you lost like halfway through the second quarter. You're like, all right, my bet's done. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm an offensive guy, so I like offense. So if every game can be like that, I'm cool with it because I like points, touchdowns, the fantasy implications and whatnot. San Francisco, they are just depleted on defense. Like they might be getting Fred Warner back for the playoffs, but like they are Swiss cheese on defense. I mean, the Bears are too, but the Bears have been a little bit more consistent this year. I would say so. But the offense, I love the 49ers offense. Like they are clicking right now. I think they're going to have everybody healthy for the playoffs. Yeah, everyone has always been hating on Purdy, and he's like this or he's not this. Like, I was watching some of those throws. I think Purdy's pretty legit. I think he's in that, I'd say, 14 to 16 range of quarterbacks in the league. You know, kind of right in the middle, maybe slightly above. I think he's good. He's definitely a starter. He definitely belongs in the league. He needs to stop getting hate because he can throw a ball. Like, that is a tight spiral he can throw.
Listen, these are the analytics you only get on this podcast. The 14 to 16 range, 33 to 40 for Trey Lance. I mean,
hey, I'm writing all of it down right now.
When you think about it, someone is the best quarterback in the league, and then you fall in order after that. Someone's the third best, someone's the fifth best, someone's in the top 10. You know, you gotta be able to kind of figure out where you rank everybody. So I think Purdy could potentially play up to a top 10. He has lost in the Super Bowl. Granted, it was to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. But, I think people just need to stop hating on Brock Purdy. That guy can play.
A true wide receiver, true number one.
He might be the best Mr. Irrelevant all time as well. I would be willing to bet that. The best Mr. Irrelevant to ever exist.
Wow.
Not named Isaiah Thomas, not to cross sports. Isaiah Thomas II is definitely the best in the NBA. That's no doubt about that. But the greatest
Purdy
Mr.
better
Irrelevant.
Than Drake May? Is Purdy better than Drake May?
No. He might be able to throw a better ball, but no, I would say Drake May is a little bit better just because he can. I mean, Purdy can run too, but I think just Drake May is faster. He's got the upside. He's younger, better contract right now. I'd say better coaching setup.
We're gonna rapid fire right now. I need to know, who do you have a bigger bromance for, Mike Vrabel or Drake May?
It's got to be Drake May.
That's obvious. Look at his face. Yeah. Look at his smile.
As he's rubbing the Vrabel mustache, as he's rubbing the stash, he says Drake May. Wow.
Hey, I'm hoping we can have this discussion 5-6 years from now with a couple Super Bowls. It'll be the next Belichick Brady. Is it Vrabel May? I don't know. Maybe someday.
Are you comparing Vrabel? Are you comparing Vrabel to Belichick now?
Whoa!
Wow. He's the understudy. He's the understudy.
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, like it's there. The comparisons are there. Vrabel has beaten Belichick. I think
you're ready.
I think Vrabel has a winning record against Belichick.
Of a dynasty. You're ready to say that this is the beginning of another dynasty.
I mean, How can I not? How can I not? There still has a chance at the number 1 seed. They've beaten everybody. They haven't played down to the competition. That's one thing.
I'll give you that your division sucks, so that should be pretty easy.
Yeah. The Bills are frauds. They had their 5-year run. I think once the Bills are out, McDermott's getting fired. They need to get a new voice in there to blow it up. But, it's just hard not to argue with the results. That's all I'm saying. We got to see what happens, but to this point, like, they have far exceeded my expectations. And until they give me a reason to doubt them, I can't. I'm sorry.
I think, listen, I tried to tell you this before. You just keep expectations low so you don't get your heart broken. That's all. That's all. I feel I'm trying to feel bad for you now, so 2 months from now I don't have to feel bad for you. Basically,
my expectations before the season were higher than most. I said the 7th seed in a playoff game, and now they could, if the Chargers and Trey Lance, let's all say a prayer. Let's hope Trey Lance can have a 4 or 5 touchdown game, can deliver us the 1 seed. I will be feeling very nicey. Very, very nice.
Well, Trey Lance may go down in history as the best 33rd ranked quarterback if he has a 5 touchdown game.
That's right. Don't you forget it. And he could play his way onto a team next year. Who knows?
He could. He could
late
be like
career resurgence.
That's true.
Yeah. What was the dude from the Texans that got that big contract after like 2 games? Brock Osweiler. Remember that when he went he got the Denver contract?
Yeah, I think the classic example is Matt Flynn throwing 6 touchdowns the last game of the year.
One game
and then gets
Seattle,
gets a however long a deal with Seattle, and then
Russell Wilson takes the starting job from him.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Wins a Super Bowl too.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was the right decision in the long run.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, let's transition from NFL to any bowl game that you guys see coming up in the future that you're super excited about. Anything that we'd like to discuss about those happening in the last week?
I mean, the whole college playoff thing. I'm anxious to see the Miami-Ohio State game, mainly because I hate both teams. But I think I hate Ohio State a little more. Just a little more.
Now that you're a Penn State fan. Oh,
now
that you're a Penn State fan.
Oh, way to get it in there, John. Way to get it in there.
Yeah.
They're also the reigning champs.
That's not why I hate them. I just hate Ohio State. I feel like they're smug, and they've always been that way. And Ryan Day, he has a punchable face. So I hope Miami beats them, but I think Miami's going to get spanked whoever they play next anyway. I'm actually intrigued to see how Indiana plays in their game. I don't know how Indiana's going to respond after, what was winning the Big Ten championship, really like their national championship. Like, was that their big thing? Will they come out prepared? Will they? I mean, I think they will come out prepared. I just don't know having that much of a layoff, before they play is going to affect them, So I'm anxious to see how this next week goes in these bowl games, man. It'll be interesting.
Kyle, I have to ask you, since you hate Ohio State probably as much as I do cringe every time an NFL player says where they went to college and they say the Ohio State?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate it.
I do too.
I hate it.
Yep.
I hate it. Even if they're on the Eagles and they say it, I'm like, I hate him. I hate him for that split second. I'm like, he's the worst person ever. And then I get over it. I sit next to my brother for season tickets, and whenever Brandon Graham gets announced, where did he go to school? Because he went to school in Michigan. And I'm like, I'm not a Michigan fan. I don't care where he went to school. He's an Eagle now. That's all I care about. So, but yeah, I can't stand it. I actually enjoy when those when they announce like the Monday Night Football lineups and like what schools they went to when they say their elementary school. I prefer that over the Ohio State University. I can't stand that. Can't stand it.
Yeah, I caught one of those Sunday, and I caught a shout out to mom on Sunday instead of saying school.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
We love that. What's worse, the Ohio State University or the U?
Oof.
See, I think the U sounds cool though.
I do too. I was going to say, I think at least the U sounds cool.
The U, because people are like, the U. What's the U? Like, the Ohio State just.
You sound douchey when you say the Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly. The U, it's like, oh, cool. He went to a cool school. Where's that at? Like the U.
Damn. I should probably take the word "the" out of my Instagram handle then. After listening to you guys.
Yes.
All right. I'll work on. That's right. The one and only, right here.
It happens. Man. It's all right. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you this time. All right.
I'm a fair weather college football fan, but I think Indiana's a fraud. I don't think they're going to do much. Just saying. I don't watch the games. I don't claim to know anything. I only care about like when it gets to the last few games in the national championship. I care about like all the draft prep after mostly. But
so why do you think
Indiana and I think to be here, you just have to, part of like at the end of the year, these college football programs, I mean, look at Alabama, look at Michigan, they won recently, Ohio State, like these programs, they've won, they have the history. Like up until this year, what did Indiana do? Like this isn't basketball. Like, I mean, granted, I haven't watched any of the games, so they might be ripping everybody up. And who's their quarterback? Is Mendoza or is that Oklahoma?
Yep. No, it's
Mendoza,
Indiana.
he
Heisman
won the
Trophy winner.
Heisman, right? So, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, that can help, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the college football playoff, what is it now? 16 teams? Like, there's
Yeah.
just like, it's not like it was 4. Like, if it was maybe 4 teams, I'm like, oh, okay, they only have to worry about 3 other teams. But like, now they have all these other teams to really worry about, and like all the time passes, and like, do you get like home field? Do you play at your own like home turf in this tournament?
In
Is it
the first round you do. Yeah, in the first round you do. Like
okay?
the other games did.
Okay,
But yeah, once these are actually like so this round is like the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, like that's all these rounds right now. So like they
gotcha.
the
Okay,
Rose Bowl plays it where the Rose Bowl plays, Cotton Bowls in Texas, all that
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah. I mean, if I get a chance to watch the game and watch Mendoza play and Indiana play, I might change my mind. But just based on the history of their program, I'm just going to say that's going against them. Like, I don't know if the referees in college or if like the boosters have any influence over how these games are decided. I know that can happen sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. That's just me. But I don't claim to know much about college football. I'll say that.
Same with me. I don't know
What if
much. I
Drake
don't know
May went
much.
to Indiana? Would you care? Would you change your tune if Drake May went to Indiana?
I mean, if he ended up playing for the Patriots, yeah, I'd probably care a little
I
bit
mean,
more. But he went to
because
North Carolina, and
look,
they don't make any association with the Patriots now.
exactly. North Carolina is like garbage in football too. You know what I mean? So like they're a basketball school. So Drake May, I don't want to say he put him on the map because he really didn't. Julius Peppers put him on the map for football years ago when he was
Yep.
there. But
Yep.
um,
Yep.
that's where it is, right? I feel like I see your point, but I feel like everybody's history has to start somewhere. So Indiana has played.
This
I
is
think
true.
Indiana has played well this year, and I think this could be the year. Now, I don't think they're going to win it all, but I could see them making winning 2 games and playing in the national championship. Um, I just I hate to say this, but I have a hard time thinking that an SEC team is not going to win it this year. And I hate that. I hate the SEC, but I just feel like there's too many of them left to think that they're all going to get beat. It's just I I don't think Oregon or Indiana has what it takes to be perfectly honest. That's just my opinion. So
Yeah, it's
All
so
right, let's
college
make it.
football these days is just way different than it used to be. Like, with the whole NIL system and like all these players just jumping ship, and like
yep.
it's really anyone's game. It's a crapshoot.
Well, and Christy, you and I talked about this before. Unless they change the transfer portal date, they should change that and the coaches and all that stuff till after February 1st, right? After the national championship game, then somebody can leave a school, the coaches can leave, all that stuff, similar to what they do with the NFL, right? You can't talk to a potential free agent until after the season is ended. That's how, and they do it in all the professional sports. That's how, and if we're going to be paying college athletes, it's borderline professional at this point. So they should have those similar rules and have those in place because these bowl games, every single bowl game right now is a joke because they're playing like third string guys that didn't even contribute to the season because everybody else has already opted out and they're already in the transfer portal. It's kind of a joke right now. So, you know,
Or they're
And it's
Lane
so
Kiffin
different
and they
now.
just jump ship. That's
correct.
crazy. The way that they do it is just absolutely like crazy. Like, you just leave your team that you led to this incredible season. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna go coach LSU because that's where I want to be. Screw all you kids that I talked to.
Yeah,
I went to your
all that
houses. I
time,
talked to your
all that
family.
effort.
And we
It's
won a lot of
sad.
games, but hey, you guys are not LSU, so piss off.
Yeah, I'm getting paid more. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what? How can any of these kids like commit to go anywhere? Like, it's crazy. Like, at the drop of a dime, a coach can be like, "Nah, I like that situation better. It's better for me. See you guys.
Yeah,
See you to the
two
90
weeks
kids
ago.
that committed."
2 weeks ago, you guys are like my sons. You guys are like my kids. You're my family. Yeah, screw you. LSU's giving me
Yeah.
$80 million.
Yeah.
See ya. We're not that close
I
anymore.
feel
You're
like-
not really my kids.
I
Yeah.
feel like college football has put me on a whirlwind because like I was a proponent for like the NIL and these kids getting paid for everything that they're doing for these universities and everything else. But then in that same breath, I feel like everything else that's come along with it and the changes to the transfer portal and everything else has kind of ruined the sport. So it's like you got one and then you kind of got stuck with the other, and now here's where we're at. And like you said, bowl games are kind of a joke now. Coaches and players are jumping left and right, and it's not what it was. That's for sure.
I don't understand any of the NIL stuff. I don't get it. I mean, there's so much to. I know my buddy works at a bar down in Philly. It's called Bad Brother, and they have some type of NIL deal with a lineman from Temple, and if he gets like over 1.5 sacks a game, he can bring in like a party of 20 people for a wing night, and like that's like his NIL deal. And he told me that, and I was like, "Is that a real?" Yeah, it's like stuff like that, just the crazy. I'm like, I don't understand this process at all. Like I thought it was just like money. He was like, "No, we sponsor him. If he can come in, he can have a party for 20 people, no booze, but it's free food, free soda, water." And I'm like, "What?" Like I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, we have a vodka name there's brands. We have brands in our bar that all the money goes to the NIL for the Badgers. Every time we sell that beer, that seltzer, that vodka, it goes.
Wow.
It's wild.
Well, and that's what it's becoming, right?
To play college football.
Well, that's what it's becoming in all of college, right? College basketball is even worse right now because these college basketball teams have like $20 million rosters in some sports, right? Kentucky, I'm a Kentucky fan, obviously, and they have $22 million roster sitting on the sideline right now. And they have an NIL deal with this company called JML or something like that, where it's like a $450 million contract that they have with them, and then they have to sign their NIL rights over to them. They have to make certain appearances in order to get their money. Like it's absolutely crazy. There was a player that played for Kentucky last year that went to Memphis, and they started holding out he wasn't like producing this year, and he wasn't like showing any effort. They started holding out his NIL money to get him to motivate it. Like they were like, we're basically not paying you. So it's almost like it's professional. Like they're fining him is what they were doing. So similar to like how if an NFL guy holds out a training camp, you get fined every day that you don't show up and everything. Well, every day this guy put in zero effort at practice, they were like, well, we're taking now. It's not the same scale, right? They're taking $3,000 away from him instead of like $300,000, but still, like it's just it's absolutely insane. These guys are like borderline professional athletes, and something needs to change because it's not enjoyable for the fan like us,
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Anybody else want to touch anything else college basketball wise? Since Kyle, you brought up Kentucky in college basketball.
Who am I picking for March Madness?
I haven't been following much of college basketball lately.
Who's the top team right now? Who's ranked number one?
Paying attention. I'm stuck.
Who's
in
the top
NBA
team
right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Purdue's still in the top three. They're going to be solid.
They're never going to win ever.
SEC's
they're
solid,
out, but they can never win.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think they'll get over the top. Honestly, another team I hate to talk about because I hate them too, but Duke is playing ridiculously good with, the Boozer boys. Cameron Boozer is just,
I have heard
he's
about
an
them a little
freak.
bit.
I think he's a freak. So I think I think it's Duke's to lose, and I hate to say that.
All right.
I hate to say that. I hate to say that.
All right. Put them in.
That pains me as much as if Dallas was playing for a Super Bowl. Like that pains me just as much.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
I'll figure out.
But I don't know what that feeling's like since Dallas hasn't been relevant in 30 years.
It's been a long time. Zing.
Woo.
Kyle, I believe it's 31 now because they were eliminated a few weeks ago. 31 years. Yes, we can't.
Oh, and
for as long as I've been alive.
John and I talked about this, and I brought it up on my podcast with my brother 31 years ago. So 34 years ago, Jeffrey Lurie became the owner of the Eagles. So who do you think is the biggest curse of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, or is it Jeffrey Lurie? Because Jeffrey Lurie came in, and all of a sudden the Cowboys suck, and the Eagles are much better over the last 31 years. Just saying.
No,
saying.
You forgot to say
Lurie.
You forgot to say the third answer, me, because I was born in 1994, the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, which is also the same year that Robert Kraft bought the Patriots and started, well, I won't go into that, but I will take responsibility and credit for the downfall of the Cowboys because I came into the world.
I see a correlation.
So what you're
there.
saying is we need to leave the in front of your Instagram handle because you're posting the way that people from the Ohio State do about credit. So
that is right.
Keep
Yes.
the in front of your name.
Yes.
Okay.
Instagram handle will be staying the same. Shoot me a follow if you haven't already. The Ben McNally on Instagram.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Yes. Shameless plug.
But I feel like unless there's anything anybody else wants to chat about, that's that dumb shit right there that we should probably end this podcast on then, huh?
It is. It is.
All right, everybody.
I'd say.
Have a great new year. We will see everybody in the new year. Looking forward to continuing everything with the Clashing Conferences podcast into 2026. Everybody be safe out there traveling and everything else tomorrow. Avoid the crazies and Happy New Year. Night, y'all.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Be safe.
Toodles. Happy New Year.
Go Birds.